Welcome to Introduction to Spreadsheet. My name is Priscilla Mzerengwa, and I shall walk you through the basics of Introduction to Spreadsheets. With me here, I have a simple spreadsheet. A spreadsheet is made up of rows and columns. Rows are the ones that go across like that. Each row has a unique ID, which is a number. 7, 9, 6, 5, 4, and so on. You cannot have two rows with the same ID in the same sheet. Each row has a unique ID. It is also made up of columns. Columns are the ones that go down like this. And each column is represented by a letter A, B, C, and so on. You cannot have two columns with the same ID. Each column has a unique ID. Where the column and the row meet, they form boxes, these ones here. And these boxes, in spreadsheet, we call them cells. Each cell has a unique address. The address is made up of the column ID and the row ID, meaning the address of this one is C7. My cursor, I've just moved it to D8. Right now, it is on B3. In spreadsheet, we refer to addresses. When we're doing our calculations, we refer to addresses, not the contents of the address. As it is right now with my spreadsheet that I've just laid out, you can see that some of the cells are going beyond. To make sure that everything is in one cell, for example, this one here, you put your cursor onto them, in between the line here. When you see that sign, you double click. This will make sure that everything fits into this cell, right? After you've made your spreadsheet, you might decide, oh, I left out something. I left out a student. So you can say, oh, okay, my student should be between 3 and 4. So you select this because it comes before the row that you've just selected. And then you go home, insert. It inserts a row. You can enter the details of what you want. So I'm going to say Anna. Right? I'll give marks to Anna. Okay. You might also say, oh no, I left a cell, a column. Remember we said it always comes before. Mark the word before. If it's a row, if you're inserting, it comes before, and a cell, it also comes before. So I select this one. I want it between English and Maths. So insert, home instead, home, and then I'll click insert. It inserts A, and then I will say probably this is physics. I'll put marks for physics. Okay, there we are. Now, to do our calculations always start with an equal sign. Maybe the very first simple calculation that you might want is to make a cell equal. So I'll say equal. I want it to equal to this one. I'll select that one. Enter. That's a very simple formula. Equal whatever that is in the cell. Remember, we said in spreadsheets we do not use values when we're doing our calculations. Instead, we use addresses. So for addition, you say equal, I want to add what is in, then you click this cell, I want to add it, plus sign, to whatever that is in this cell, enter, right? That's for addition. Subtraction, you want to subtract something, you say equal again. To subtract, I want to subtract from this one, I want to subtract this, enter. That's subtraction. Division, you say equal, this divide is the forward slash, divide by this. Okay, that's division. Multiplication, I want to multiply, equals again, I want to multiply this, multiplied by, I can select any cell, or maybe I just want to multiply it by 2. Okay, so those are the basic formulas that you need. But what if there are so many cells? It's a range of cells you want to add. Like here, we want the total for English. So you need a function to do that. And the function for adding is sum. So I'll say equals sum, open bracket, from this one, I hold on my shift button, I drag to select. So B2 to B7, you can type that or you can drag, you select, I close my bracket. So my formula is equals sum B2 to B7. There we are. And I want to do the same for the rest of the subjects. What if there are 1,000 subjects? Am I going to repeat that? No, I'll have to make it automatic. So on my cell here, there's a little dot there. I position my cursor on the little dot and then I drag. Automatically, Spreadsheet will recalculate for each one. This is now, like we said, the answer will appear here and the formula is in the address bar. So this is equal sum C2 to C7. When I put it here, equal sum D2 to D7. It will do that automatically. To find the average, you say equals average, open bracket, from where? From this cell, B2 to B7. I close bracket. B2 to B7. Enter. That's my average. I drag again for each one. There we are. Some of the averages have decimal points. To remove that, we go home. On the home tab, we have this one is for increasing and the other one is for decreasing. As I'm doing this, it's decreasing. So I want to set it as whole number. Okay. What about highest? Now we want to calculate the highest, the tallest, the longest, whatever highest. So we'll say equals, the function for calculating the highest, we'll say max. From this cell to that cell, we close bracket, enter. We do an autofill for the rest. There we are. What about the lowest? Equals min. That's for minimum. Open bracket, from B2, if I don't want to do the selection, I'll say B2 to B what? B2 to B7. Like that. Close bracket. Enter. Yes. and I will do, yes, there we are. So the minimum figure here is 60. The minimum is in this one is 26. The minimum here is 45. The minimum here is 37, and so on. What about number of subjects that have been taken by each student? Equals count, open bracket, from there to there, close bracket, enter, 6. So I'll also drag, each student has 6 subjects. But if I delete a subject, let's say I'm going to delete here 78, it will tell me this student only has 5 subjects. That's count, right? That's the purpose of count. Notice that also my lowest also changes because I had 45 here, so my lowest is now what? 61. It's not picking this one as the lowest because there is nothing, unless if I put a 0, then it will say that's the lowest. But because there is nothing, it means this student did not write this subject. So these are the basic formulas that you need for you to be able to use spreadsheets. One more thing that I think you might also want is to do a chart. Let's say, for example, you want to do a chart for English. For English, it's very simple. You select, and then you say insert, and then you select the chart you want. Let's say I want this one. There we are. Simple. I'm going to make it small. And then you can position it wherever you want to put it. There we are. So Anna doesn't have a mark because there's nothing. I'm going to delete, and I'm going to do a chart maybe for physics. So what you do is you select the students, you hold on the control button, you select the subject, and then from there you say insert, you take, there we are. I'm going to resize it. That's the chart for physics. You position it where you want it. I'll make it bigger, going down. There we are. That's for physics. So it doesn't matter where the subjects are. If you want for maths and accounts, you select them. Out on the control button, I also select the names. And then insert. Chart. I want this type. So it has made a chart for 2 subjects, for maths and accounts. There we are. You can edit the chart title by clicking on it, and you put the title that you want. You can delete and then put the title you want. So it doesn't matter what the subjects you want, what you can even do for all the subjects. You can come up with a chart. All you need to do is to be able to select what you want, and you come up with a chart. I'm going to do a chart, the last one I'm going to do a chart for maths to end with. I'll end with this one. Insert. Chart. There we are. I'll make it small. There is our chart. I'll make it big. Make it small this way. Okay. So this is our chart for maths. That's our chart for maths. If you can't see this, you need to make it bigger going down. There we are. So that's the basic that you need for your spreadsheet. With these tools that I've just talked about, I think you can come up with a simple spreadsheet. You can try it as well. Enjoy.